The Patriotic Alliance has secured over 220,000 votes and 75 council seats nationally. Now, as coalition talks in hung municipalities continue, Patriotic Alliance leader Gayton McKenzie says the party will negotiate on its own terms. Let's get an update now on how those talks are going. Mr. McKenzie joining us in studio now. Very good morning, and thank you very much for agreeing to come through. Let's start with the update on these hung municipalities. How many do you think you have positioned yourself as a kingmaker in these municipalities?
Thank you very much, Colin. Thanks for having me. Let me first rectify. We got 80 seats, not 75. And we got much more than 225,000 people.
It's a small fraction. It's a small
for you, yes, but for our people, it's better. For the negotiations, that is a difference.
Yeah. So 80 in total.
80 in total, yes. How is it going? I think we are 99% done. Unlike other parties that are still talking. You know, they have the problem that we don't have. We said at the beginning, we will negotiate with anybody. Yeah. Even if the AWB was still in existence and they had a political party, we would have been willing to talk to them. And as I said to Helen Zille and Herman Mashaba, as a leader of the PA, I don't have the luxury. I don't have the luxury to say we must go to the opposition benches until 2024. Because the people I represent, those people that voted for us, don't have a job now. They don't have food now. Yeah. They don't have money in the bank. So I can't come here and put my ego in front and say, no, I will not speak to this one. I must speak to anybody if that anybody can give our people a chance at power. Because power gives jobs.
I'm going to cut to the chase because you raised this issue so passionately that the people that voted for you don't have the luxury to say we'll sit in opposition for X number of years. They want delivery now. But how much of these negotiations are indeed about the people that voted for the Patriotic Alliance when you are going to hear reports that say the 8 seats that the Patriotic Alliance has in Johannesburg, 1 in Tshwane, on the back of the talks, the Patriotic Alliance said that they are only willing to go into these arrangements if they are guaranteed MMC posts in both these metros. How much of it is about the people that voted for you versus your stomachs?
Right. Well, as you know, I'm not a poor man. Let's start right there. So I'm not a career politician.
Yeah.
I don't need politics to feed me. I've never received a salary from politics. Yeah. So everything I'm saying is for our people, number one. Number two, we are very clear. You see, the problem is that we are done with just getting. Just take, this is what you must get. No, we know the power that we have. So with that power comes great responsibility in negotiations. And we were very clear. We said, what you said is the gospel truth. We said, nobody must speak to us. In Joburg, we were very clear. And in Northwest, and in Mfuleni. We were very clear. We said to the DA, the ANC, XNSA, when you speak to, before you open your mouth, just know our starting point is MNC. Nothing beneath. We want power. We want power because power changes lives. We are not here to play nice.
But the votes, Mr. McKenzie, the votes that you received have not put you in power, and therefore, hence the word negotiations.
It didn't put them in power. The votes that they received didn't put them in power. Why must they dictate to me? You see, there's no big party in coalitions. A big party, a big party does not need coalition partners. So just as my votes didn't put me in government, so did they votes. In the Western Cape, I even went further. Okay. In the Western Cape, I told the DA and everybody else, I said, when you speak to me, I want to see colored mayors. And I was emphasizing on colored mayors. When you speak to us in the Western Cape, if you are not willing or you are unwilling to give us some mayoral positions and we give you some, and you take some, and there must be colored mayors. And the DA was very clear.
Yeah.
In Waterkloof, they said, no, they want a white mayor there. They want a lady there. I said, I want this colored man there. And we didn't meet each other.
All right.
You see, Coley, can I just say the one last thing?
Sure.
We know what we have. I am a deal maker. And I've used this 220,000 200 and something thousand votes that we got. I'm using it maximally to change the lives of our people. I'm not here to please the media or to please who. I know who voted for me.
Yeah.
I'm here for those people.
Okay, so link then. Link these MMC posts to actual delivery. So what posts are they where you want your representatives to sit as members of the mayoral committee, and how will they translate to service delivery on the ground?
I think the first thing that you must understand is that the decisions of the city of Joburg, let's use the city of Joburg as an example. The decisions of the city of Joburg are made in council, and they are implemented in the mayoral committee. The executive arm of council is the mayoral committee. Now, if you don't sit there, and our people has never said there, you are a recipient of decisions taken when you are not there. Yeah. What I am doing, I am saying, be at the table. I have done thousands of business deals in my life, and I know the people that's not at the table, you are at the mercy of the people at the table. So as the leader of the PA, I've now brought our agenda also on the table. We are not removing the white agenda. We are not removing a black agenda. We are just saying, hey, wait, there's another agenda. In this country, the colored agenda has never been here. It's here now. And we're unapologetic about it.
So reports, therefore, suggesting that the Monday talks among the parties that were in these negotiation tables or negotiating meetings, those talks have now basically come to a screeching halt as a result of the demands of the PA. Those reports are indeed factual, that you are now the stumbling block, and that's why these talks have adjourned.
They're lying. Let me tell you what happened there.
Yeah.
See, that's the issue. They are lying. When Helen Zeller walked in, and you can check with both of them, and it's on national TV, I'm saying it. When Helen Zeller walked in, Herman Mashaba walked over to her to go greet her, which is a civil thing to do. Mm-hmm. She refused to greet him. Now,
she refused to shake his hand.
He took his hand out. She refused to shake his hand. Now, when you come to find each other, and that is already the attitude. I sat in that meeting. They were fighting. It was Helen Mashaba says, Mashaba says he wants to be mayor of Joburg. I'm giving you the scoop here. Mashaba says in that meeting, he wants to be mayor of Joburg. John Sinazan says, no, you can't be mayor of Joburg. We have more seats than you. And then they started arguing. And then I said, all right, can we do this? I said, Mashaba, I want to ask you a question. Do you still stand by the illegal foreigner issue? He says, yes, in the meeting. I said, then I will back you up. And then the meeting ended with Helen Zeller standing up. It was not nice. That whole concoction. I listened to them saying, we must tell the media this. I'm not going to lie here. So I knew they were going to use me. Mm-hmm. They don't want to give us an MMC. But they are taking MMCs. The time where we said and we just accept is over, my brother. That meeting, I can tell you today, Mark Bohm, that was the most heated meeting I've ever been in.
Yeah.
Ask Bantu Olomisa.
Talk to me about, now that you are here to give us scoops, talk to me about what Herman Mashaba's position was regarding the ANC. Was the ANC even a discussion or a topic of discussion, or was this meeting about Herman Mashaba wanting to become mayor of Johannesburg as far as Action SA, his party, is concerned?
No, Action SA they were very clear.
Yeah.
They said they want nothing to do with the ANC. They were clear about it.
Okay.
The DA...
Was the ANC in the meeting?
No, they were not in the meeting.
Okay.
Bantu Olomisa's position was, this is not how you do politics, he said. You can't have people saying they want to talk to this one or this one or that one. Now, I am saying to you, I think it was on this channel, where they said, the Freedom Front Plus said they will not speak to the EFF, to the ANC, and to the DA, and to the PA, because we also have radical things they don't like. The Freedom Front has been calling me like crazy, but when they come here, they act like they want nothing to do with us. They've been calling me, even this morning, they've been calling me. Yesterday, the EFF, the DA, and the Freedom Front Plus. They voted together in Matikama. So we should never lie to the viewers for here in front of TV to try to look good.
To say ideological differences, this ideological...
Nonsense. Why did they vote together in Witzenberg in Matikama yesterday? The EFF voted for a DA mayor in Matikama yesterday.
Yeah.
I don't know what was the reason behind it, but I'm just telling you that Mashaba was the one that said he will not work with the ANC, and that I must be honest about.
Yeah.
And then I stood up in the meeting, I said to them, you see, the problem is we will work with the ANC. In fact, I told him the ANC, during these negotiations, unlike previous negotiations, has brought the highest officials to talk to us. And it was the most cordial. It was very respectful.
Yeah.
They treated us like equals.
When was this meeting with the ANC?
This meeting has been going on for the past week and a half.
Specifically with the ANC, between yourselves and the ANC?
Between us, we've met the ANC, we've met the DA, we've been busy. We've met the Freedom Front Plus. We met the Freedom Front Plus more than we met the ANC. But your TV, they say, they want to talk to us there. These people are better. Allah Baiza. What Baiza did prepare the PA?
Let's talk about the important issue of illegal migrants in South Africa. You have been using very strong language around those matters. And there's a case right now in Limpopo where a foreign national is behind bars on charges of multiple murders of women. As a Patriotic Alliance, it's obviously a matter that you feel strongly about. What comes to mind when you see a case like that unfolding? And bear in mind, you have a responsibility as a political leader now in the country to craft your message in such a way that it does not spark violence.
No, I'm not going to change my message. If my message sparks violence, then violence should happen, because we must be honest about what is happening. You see, I don't want to, the type of person I am, I say what I want to say and deal with the consequences. The issue here in this country, we've never changed our stance. The story is very simple. I'm not shocked with what happened in Limpopo. I'm not shocked. I'm sad, but I'm not shocked. Because there's worse things done by illegal foreigners in this country. You know, Coley, I was in jail. I grew up in jail. And one thing I can tell you, most of the guys that was with me in jail, all of them were arrested on the basis of fingerprints. When you talk to guys, like, because we talk in jail, how did you get here? No, they got my fingerprints, I was drinking water, and whatever. And the majority of people in jail are there because of DNA and fingerprints. I'm talking about 90% of people in jail. Now we have 15 million people in this country. We don't have their DNA samples. We don't have their fingerprints. They can kill anyone. And it would be lucky for us to find them and to convict them. Because this country, the people that says that borders must be open, the people that says that foreigners must come in here, go to each and every one of their houses, including my house. There's big walls by our houses, huge walls. We have security at the gate. We even have 2-3 securities at the gate. But you are protecting yourself, but you are opening the borders.
It sounds to me that you are talking directly to a certain political party. I'm going to continue in a moment. I didn't want you to mention the name, but now that you've mentioned it, we're going to pick up on that. I need to take a short break. When we return, we continue the conversation with Mr. McKenzie. You're watching Newsfeed AM. We are in conversation with the leader of the Patriotic Alliance, Gayton McKenzie, giving us an update on coalition talks, but also the conversation cascading to other issues, including the matter of weak immigration enforcement in the country. Mr. McKenzie, I don't know whether you agree with the language I'm using, because immigration laws we have, at the core of it, or at the core of the problem, is the enforcement, the lack thereof. But we're going to get there in a moment. You mentioned the EFF, and you're saying that they're the ones propagating for the opening of the country's borders, yet they sit in high walls or behind high walls because they're not the ones experiencing the problems that come with people who are in the country undocumented, and I guess the crime that follows that, as evidenced in Limpopo right now.
Right. You see, what I do respect about the EFF is they verbalize their position and they stand by their position. while the other parties are having the same stance as the EFF, but they lack the bravery and the conviction to come out like the EFF came.
Which parties are those?
The ANC, the ACD. All these parties have never spoken about foreign issues. This is a burning issue in the country. All the parties that shy away from it. There's only 2 political parties, in fact 3 political parties that I have heard. It's ATM, it's Action SA, and it is us, PA, that's more vocal than those 2 parties. We are saying, my brother, we have medical aid. We go to private hospital. I'm talking about politicians.
Yeah.
Our people are sharing. You go to a hospital during COVID. I'll make you a good example, Koli. During COVID, a lot of people called me because they ran out of gas and they didn't have money. So we would, in El Rado Park, in all those places, we will buy gas for the people. And sometimes when that gas is not enough, we have to rush them to hospital. Only to get to hospital to hear the beds are full. Then we ask the nurses that we know, they're like, hey, there's a lot of illegal foreigners here. So even when the PA takes over in 2024, because now we've missed this boat to take over, we are starting by the hospitals, those ones that they're sick, they are the easiest ones, which we are going to deport because they are a burden on our health system. Why is politicians scared? Our people, white business people in this country prefer foreigners than South Africans. Because then they don't need to pay tax. They don't need to pay UIF for their workers. They don't need to deal with unionized workers. Yeah. That's why they prefer them.
Okay. Mr. McKenzie, on this subject, I want us to conclude with this, and you will tell me where you stand. Yesterday, I spoke to Herman Mashaba, who also holds very strong views, I suspect at a personal level, but also as a politician. And he says, let's not blame South Africans for being angry at what has now taken place. Don't blame illegal foreigners either, because it's not them who are unable to police our borders properly so that they are not so porous. Blame the national government in its inability to not be able to enforce immigration laws in the country. What is to be done, therefore?
No, I think the problem is that you can't, Herman Mashaba cannot exclude. I think his hatred for the ANC makes him not looking holistically at the problem. Government is to blame. Jumping into another country without a passport is a crime, in case, I see some people have forgotten that. It's a crime. So you cannot say you cannot blame the criminal. It's a crime. These people are criminals. I can't go to America now. I can't go to Australia or any other country without a passport.
Yeah.
I can't even go to Zambia without a passport. Then I'll be committing a crime. So what I'm saying is I'm blaming the government. Yes, Mashaba rightly did. But I'm also blaming the illegal foreigners that are here. And I want to make one thing clear. My brother, there's going to be xenophobic violence if we don't act as leaders. People on the ground where I have worked, they are angry. They are angry at this influx of illegal foreigners. South Africans, we just come from Bantu education. We come from an era of Bantu education. So we've not had opportunities to be educated as other races. Now our people must now compete with people that come here with a degree doing work that must be done by an unskilled person.
Sure.
I mean, we must just be honest about it. I am saying, if I was the president of this country right now, I will close this country for 5 days to get rid of all the illegal foreigners. When I'm done with them, I'm coming for the legal foreigners.
But what are you saying at national government? I mean, I'm now...
Let me tell you how I come for legal foreigners.
Okay.
You cannot come here with the skill of a teacher, like we don't have teachers here, even if you are legal here. You cannot come here asylum, but there's no war in your country. I go to Zimbabwe regularly. It's peaceful there. There's nothing. Why are people of Zimbabwe all here saying they are on asylum? Which war is there? There's no war there.
So let's then digress, but still using the national government. You have signed a deal with the ANC, I understand it, yes, as far as these coalition talks are concerned. And I'm digressing to say you obviously have an opportunity to talk to them one-on-one, and you have mentioned just moments ago that you have had the opportunity to actually talk with the party at the most senior level.
Right.
This immigration issue is one that you probably have the opportunity to raise very strongly now to say, enforce it. Otherwise, we are on the precipice. Talk to me about that deal first and foremost.
Well, I think we have met with, as you say, with the senior leaders of the ANC. We have spoken to them about forming a power sharing agreement.
Yeah.
We have concluded. So it is the first time really people will hear outside of the PA people, they know this. Mm-hmm. What we have agreed on with the ANC is that we will support them in Johannesburg.
Okay.
We will support them in Johannesburg and we will take 2 MMC seats.
They've agreed to the 2 MM seats?
Not they have agreed, we have agreed. We are a coalition.
Okay.
We have spoken to the ANC and we found each other in Ekurhuleni, where we will take 1 MMC seat.
Okay.
We will then take a seat in Mfuleni, MMC seat. We will take 2 MMC seats in Rand West. We'll take 2 MMC seats in JB Max.
Yeah.
We will take 2 MMC seats in Neisner.
This is a deal concluded with the ANC?
Concluded with the ANC and other partners, small other partners. And we are not done, we are everywhere. In B2 we'll take the mayor. In Neisner we'll take 2 MMCs. In Tiwaterskloof we'll take the mayor. In Beaufort West we will take the mayor. So we walk out of this deal with 6 mayors and 1 deputy mayor.
And that assumes that the ANC is going to take some of these councils or is going to lead minority governments.
We are the kingmakers. You see, once you're a kingmaker, you have power. But I can tell you the meetings were so respectful from the ANC side, so gracious, and they understood. You see, what the other parties didn't understand is that we are not just coming with 1, 2 seats, as you said. We are kingmakers.
All right, let's leave it there. Gayton McKenzie, thank you very much, giving us breaking news here.
Yeah, that's a scoop. The last scoop I didn't give you is that we've also agreed in the north, in the Patriotic Alliance for the first time is running their own municipality 100%.
Where?
In Karoo Hoogland. And we gave the ANC other municipalities in exchange. So we want to run our own one.
Thank you very much for your time. Gayton McKenzie is the president of the Patriotic Alliance.